Good morning. I hope you are having a happy Tuesday. Those of you in my class or Mrs. Malcolm's class, I hope I get to see you this afternoon at packet or locker pickup. I'm looking forward to seeing some of you again. Right now, let's take a look at our jobs for today. We are on Tuesday's work. I will help you with this momentarily. We'll have our story problem video up in a little bit. It'll be day 12. Today you need to start practicing those multiplying by eighths. Remember what I told you yesterday about using your fours knowledge to work on the eighths knowledge. It'll help you solve some of those things. Plus, on the ones we've already practiced, you've technically already learned the 8. You've learned 8 times 1. You've learned 8 times 2, 4, 5, and 10 already. So you've got almost half of them that you've already learned. Shouldn't be too bad to practice those up. And then you've got your total 10 game that you could be playing today too. If you missed the directions yesterday, they're up on your classroom pages for you to watch. All right, let's look into these. It says add using a standard algorithm, meaning a general accepted way to do a math problem. So for these, I'm pretty much going to be doing traditional. I think that's how most of you like to do them in class anyway. So we've got a couple different problems going on. Remember, the fourth one will be for your teacher. The thing with these is that you have to remember to keep your place values lined up. If you get your place values out of place, or you get something where it doesn't belong, your answer will be screwed up even if you do the math perfectly. So I'm going to write these vertically instead of horizontally. So there's my first number. Now I need to line this one up to match it so that my ones are match up to my ones, my tenths to my tenths, etc., etc. The easiest way to do that, that we talked about in class, is making sure your decimal points are lined up. So, put my decimal point down, and I had this. After that, it's just adding. This is kind of like what we did yesterday. If you need to see some examples with blocks and things like that, check out yesterday's number talk video. But this would be like 4 of those tens rods, 1, 2, 3, 4, plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those tenths rods. And remember, for every 10, we get to make a whole. Well, in this case, it comes out to 11, which means I would have 1/10 left over, put my decimal point down, and 1 that moves to the whole column. Well, if I didn't have any holes before and I added 1, I have 1 more. Okay? If you want to see more of those examples where you have the tens rods, go ahead and watch yesterday's video. The rest of these, I'm just going to do like general math. So for this one, I'm going to write them vertically again, just because it makes it nicer to add them up for traditional. Remember to keep your decimal point lined up so that your place values stay where they need to be. Those of you that have messier handwriting or do sloppier works, my suggestion would be to get some grid paper or take some lined paper and draw lines down it so that you have grids that will help you keep your numbers lined up and your place values lined up. So let's look at this one. I have 4 hundredths plus 7 hundredths. I already figured out that's 11. So 10 of those hundredths will convert and be a new 10 rod, and 1 of them will stay hundredths. Okay? If it helps you think about that big hundreds block, I would have filled up 1 whole row and had 1 left over. Here's my 1 left over. Here's my whole row. A whole row of tenths plus no more tenths is just the 1/10. Decimal point, 2 holes, because 2 and 0 is still 0. Last one from me. I have 6 and 4/10 plus 3 and 7/10. I kept my place values all lined up. Now it's just adding. I'm going to have 1/10 left over and a hole created from the extra tenths. 6, 1, and 3 is 10. So I have 10 holes and 1/10 left over. All right, make sure you guys get this one sent in to your teacher. Make sure you keep your place values in check. Think about things with number blocks if you need to, whatever it takes for you to get those things worked out. And don't forget, grid paper might help you if you have messier handwriting and keeping your numbers lined up is hard to do. Okay, I hope you all had a safe survival of the storm the other day and that life's treating you well. If you need help, you know where to find us. Have a great day.